this actually works. So, hopefully you will be able to help me pick from all of these lovely places here that we got. So I'm standing in front of Douglas Element Real Estate on my way home. And as you can see, it's New York, so we're surrounded by fire trucks and police everywhere, just coming from the gym. And, alright, so let's see, which should I start from? So the first one we've got here is this room at $8,700 a month. That's right, folks. For the low, low price of $8,700 a month, you get a kitchen that's the size of my office. And you get a bedroom. That's the size of what? Like my fucking walk-in closet in Brooklyn? Alright, next place. Okay, here the kitchen's a little bit more reasonably sized. But now we're at $60,000 a month. But look! Look at that! You get 2 lawn chairs, and you get a shelf, and you get a bedroom. I bet for $60,000 a month, they even throw in the bed, man. Look at that. Look at that. And you got a view. You look at the beautiful view you have of the next building. Oh, look at that. You can see the next building. Okay, let's check this one out. This one's actually about 2 blocks from the store right here. It seems like this is broken, because this is the cheapest one. They don't want you to see that. That's probably why the screen has kind of got that anti-glare thing there. This one's a little bit more budget-oriented. It's only $820,000. What the hell is going on? It's like police and sirens everywhere. So this one's $820,000 bucks. This, I'm not kidding, this is smaller than my fucking office. If you took all the soldering equipment out of my office, this is smaller than my office. Right, like just no joke. If we move up a little bit, here we go. So that bedroom, yeah, this bedroom is like probably the size of the front of my store. Whoa, you get a 2nd floor with stairs. Let's see, what do you get in the stairs? 13 million. What do you get for 13 million? Holy, look at that! You get a view of the street from your bathtub. You can view the other buildings from 1913 with fucked up plumbing while you're taking a shit. Oh man, what a... Oh, look at this. That one's actually much more budget oriented. This is only $15,000 a month. That one is about 8 blocks from my store. Look at that. You've got a living room that's about 1/10 the size of my apartment in Brooklyn. 1/10 the size. Oh my god. You get a table in a backyard with a fucked up looking fence with a view of brick. And you get a kitchen that is literally the size of my kitchen in Brooklyn. Let's move on. Here, we got $1 million. $1 million bucks for, okay, you get a view of a bunch of other buildings. View of a bunch of other buildings. Oh yeah. Look at that, that microwave almost looks new. You get a free 10-year-old TV. That living room is smaller than my kitchen at home. That bedroom is smaller than the alcove in my Brooklyn. That bedroom's about smaller than my office right there. Ah, but if you go over the water to Williamsburg, you can save some money. You can get that gym that has 1 machine in your apartment. Look at that. That gym's got 1 machine. At $2.1 million. What shit. What a pile of shit. What a... And you get a rooftop view. And look, they keep focusing on that gym, that $2.1 million gym that you get. Oh my god. Holy shit, man. This is still my personal favorite right here, though. $60,000 a month to have a couch in a backyard with no grass and brick. $60,000. What a bunch of shit. You can see the rest of it. I'm giving this place too much free advertising. I always walk by here on my way home, because this is actually very close to where I was originally going to have my store. I was originally going to get my store right across the street from this church here. Let's see if it's still around. I bet that... And they never gave it to me. I was this close to paying $22,000 a month to have a store in New York City. Might as well check it out while I'm in the area. Let's see. Look, everything here is gone because nobody can afford this shit. See this? Retail space, retail space. Kind of curious, is my store available? Let's see. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the police tape. That's kind of like red light, Swedish Norwich. Let's see. I bet my balls that this space is still available. Ah, wrong side of the street. Here we are. This was going for about $22,000, and let's see if I can get a view. Here we go. Still available. I offered $22,000. They told me politely to go fuck myself. It has been 6 years since I offered $22,000 for this space, 791 Broadway, and it's still empty actually. You can see it's pretty far back. It goes really far back. It's got brick. It's kind of alcoved. It's probably this is probably too much room, and it would have been a lot less construction than the crap that I had to do, but still. I'm kind of curious if the other place that I was looking to get a store at is still around. Might as well check since it's in the area. Let's see. So there was another place on 8th Street that I was originally looking to get a store. This was back in like 2010, 2011. And the real estate agent, they wanted to see what my current place looked like. And I was using a studio at 251 West 30th Street in the basement. It was a place called Planet to Planet that was owned by John Grossbard. That was the one that I joke about. The one that told me, yeah, if I made this place any nicer, you couldn't afford it. If I made this place any nicer, you couldn't afford it. I remember when we had termites in the room. We had termites. He looked and he goes, yeah, it's probably something you guys did. That's the one that was, if you watch Seinfeld, by the way, if you watch Seinfeld, that's actually the, there's an episode where Kramer goes, I got Grossbard, and that's based on John Grossbard's relationship with the guy that made Seinfeld, whose name escapes me. I think it was Larry Davis. They used to have an apartment together. So I had a space in that basement, and I mean, it looked like a shithole. All right, looks like we can't walk here, so we'll go one block down. It looked like a complete and utter shithole. And this real estate agent comes and sees it, and she's like, yeah, I'll get back to you. And I said, I will. And she was offering she wanted something like $4,000 a month for the space. And I say, okay, $4,000 a month, fine. I'll pay you a 4-month deposit. And they're like, yeah, well, after seeing the space that you work out of, I don't think a 4-month deposit would do it. And I go, what would do it? She goes, probably nothing. We're gonna find somebody for the space. No, and I said, you're probably not gonna find somebody who's willing to pay you that much for the space right now, since it was the middle of the recession. That entire block was all the stores were leaving that block. I should take my headphones off in case somebody tries to rob me. That would be smart. It is New York after all. And it's been about 6 years, so I'm kind of curious, since it's right in the area, if that space has been rented by somebody or not. It's at 38 West 8th Street. So actually 38 East 8th Street or 38 West? I forget. It's been a while. But I'm kind of curious if it's around. Let's see what I got here. Lunatics. No, straight. Always somebody to run you over. Never somebody to pick you up. Alright, let's see. I've never done this before. How do you read while doing this? $60,000 a month, yeah. And the thing is, for $60,000 a month, you'd expect it to be kind of good looking. But it's not. It's really not. Why are you moving? But where I live now, I haven't had a lease for a while, and my landlord has wanted to kick me out. Some of the other people that live in my building, I've heard, could be a rumor, but I've heard, are paying something about $1,200 to $1,300 a month more than I pay, which is not surprising, since the neighborhood that I live in has been, it used to be a neighborhood where pretty much people, you just go outside at 1 in the morning and you would hear gunshots regularly, and now you don't, and the whole no gunshots thing has been making the prices go up, which is annoying. But yeah, every time I think, let me move to the city, I just walk by one of those, and yeah, no, not happening. Okay. Never go below 3 beds. Alright. I think it was this way. I should really know where my own place used to be. Yeah, it's probably this way. I'm gonna laugh really hard if that place hasn't been rented yet. It had a sign on it for some real estate company. Some real estate or some insurance company. And this was in the middle of 2011 that I was thinking of moving there. 15K budget oriented. How do people live in New York? I don't know, man. They're probably doing something smart with their life rather than fixing circuit boards, as Eli would say. Only Eli the computer guy could afford to live in some place like that. I'm a real estate agent, someone says. You're probably part of the... Is it you that's doing this? Living dangerously close to NYU dorms. This is where people... This is like the neighborhood where you hear people say things like mansplaining.
But I always text her and tell her that I miss her. That is true.
Blue hair alert.
And it's like
Run,
been 2 days.
run,
So like
run!
I miss you.
And I was like, oh my god! Okay. Here we go. Almost there. Time for some jaywalking. Red and green both mean go in New York City.
I go probably 4 to 5.
Let's see what I've got. Wow, so many blue flashing lights. Yep. I'm pretty sure that's police. You think it is not safe to walk around with a phone out when there's 5 police cars around you? Oh, you'll see. You'll see. Trust me. Walk down Marcy Avenue at 1 in the morning. You'll see. What is it? This chat app would be more useful if... CNN did buy his company for several million. CNN bought what?
I would never have done that.
Oh, I would never have done that. Okay, here, we're close. It's right across the street here. So, let's see. Wow, so much stuff to... Here we go. Tell me this place is still a real estate or an insurance place. 38. Oh, it was West 8th Street, not. What was it? Oh man. What a joke. Hi. International Realty Inc. Motherfucker, it's been 6 years. Oh, I should send this to that real estate agent. Has anybody been in here? Dude. So what's $4,000 times 12 times 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, and I guess half of 17 and half of 11. So that's 6 times 4 times 12. God damn, that's a lot of money you missed out on. Because the real estate agent was an asshole. Yeah, this entire block was empty. In 2011, you would walk down this and it's nuts because this is right by NYU too. So you would think that everybody has you would think that this is such a popular area, people would, you know, give their left nut to have a space in this neighborhood. I think there's a U-brake I've fixed that opened in this area that I took a picture of the other day. Let's see if I can find that. This is the stuff that used to, like, rifle me. I mean, I can't get a space on this block. It's like I have a manual on how to reverse engineer the problems with every MacBook for the past 10 years. And it's like the Frank Grimes syndrome. I don't know if that makes any sense. You ever watch that episode of The Simpsons with Frank Grimes? Where he's like, you know, Homer's got the hot wife. Frank Grimes has, you know, Selma or whatever. Homer has the nicer job. Homer's got the genius kids. Homer comes home to a nice meal. Frank Grimes is smart and all this other crap. And then he just loses it one day and he's like, I don't have to do this because I'm Homer Simpson. The safety gloves, I don't need to high voltage, I don't need to care because I'm Homer Simpson. and then he shocks himself. Let's see. So was it, I'm curious, was it this block that you break iFixes on? And again, like, no hate. Again, I have gotten countless backlight fuses from you break iFix, so not saying anything mean about it. I've gotten countless backlight fuses that is, 325, 325, 325 from you break iFix over the past several years from several of their franchises. Like, I have probably billed you break iFix over $3,000 for what amounts to probably no more than 50 cents in parts. And no hate, it's just, it's interesting that, like, if they were able to get a space on the block that I failed to get a space on for 6 months, it brings out the Bernie in me. It brings out the pay your fair share. It's not fair, the top 1%. Like, it kind of brings out the Bernie in me. I've always kind of seen Bernie Sanders and Frank Grimes as like two sides of the same coin. Or probably the same side of the same coin, just different haircut. You probably look like a schizo walking around. Who gives a fuck what people think about you? Look around. Look. Do you think I care what any of these people think about me? A single one. Really? No. No fucks given. It's kind of like, I care about as much about what the people around me think of me as I do about... Anybody remember when the assistant principal in junior high or high school would go, if you keep doing that, that's gonna go on your permanent record. Remember that shit? Remember when you actually thought that permanent record meant something? That it mattered, that people would care, that it would affect your ability to get a job, or to, like, I'm still waiting for the day. I'm like, when I got that contract with Owensboro School District 5 years ago, supply them with parts and do their board repairs. I'm still, and this is a school district too, this ain't, regular client. I'm still waiting for them to go, hey Lewis, we're waiting to see your permanent record. We need to see your permanent record just to make sure there's no marks on it before we do business. Caring what other people think is kind of like caring when your assistant principal says that they're going to put something on your permanent record in high school. It's so meaningless. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. It will never affect you. If you care what people on the street think of you, if you care what any of these people think of you, let me tell you something. You are going to be fucked for the rest of your life because you are investing time into shit that does not matter. And speaking of, oh my God, you motherfuckers. Ah, that's my block. You know how hard I tried to get a space on this block? God damn it. Seriously. It brings out the Frank Grimes in me. It brings out the Bernie. Oh, I'm happy with the space that I got. Because the thing is, if I had gotten that space at the 4,000, I would have never gotten the space that I had here at the 3,500 with 10-year lease. Not stabilized, but you get my point. To some extent, until 2023. After which, most of these places are going to become Chases and Starbucks when their rent goes up to 40,000 or 80,000. I probably wouldn't have been able to fit all the tools and shit that I fit into the place that I have. Because where I am right now, I have a ridiculous amount of space for parts, for tools. I wouldn't be able to stock half of the stuff that I do. Stocking stuff means fast turnaround. Fast turnarounds means more people say yes. More people say yes means more money. More money means I'm still here. Anyway, let's scroll through more of this stuff. Give you a view of my surroundings as I go.
I can be flexible, but I don't know how flexible I can. I just let's feel like it.
Yeah, vertical video? No. It would be easier to read comments in a vertical mode. Whoops. I really should pay attention to traffic. This is not going to end well. What are your chances of your phone getting stolen while streaming this? Very low. I'm a very fast runner, so the average person who would try to take it from me is going to get their ass kicked. Yeah, you can watch my shadow while I read. Casey Neistat. Ah, that's the CNN person. I haven't watched him since he made the video on why I need to vote for Hillary without providing an argument. Let's see. Here we go, a nice dark street to walk down. We got this little one light bulb in here. What is the point of this? There's no point to anything. Yell, I like big butts. No. See, I may not care what others think of me, but I care what I think of me. That's important. As you can see, New York is pretty much nothing but bar, bodega, and then eventually overpriced university. See, here we've got overpriced university. Alright, time to get out of here. So, hopefully you enjoyed my tour of New York real estate, and I gotta say, one of the most interesting parts to me about the New York real estate is not just the ridiculous prices, it's that they're willing to hold out for, even for rentals, they're willing to hold out for 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, even 6 years. Like that place on Broadway, they had me at $22,000 a month. That other place, they were asking for, I said here's more month security deposit than you want, and they still said no. And it's like, the really interesting part to me is the fact that they have so much money that they're willing to hold out for 6 years to get the tenant that they want, which is just, I guess you gotta be you break I fix if you're gonna get a store in the location you want. So, that's it for today.